Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React.
Hello.
I am Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm Office Bloke Daz.
Collectively we're the Office Blokes, aren't we?
Yes, we are indeed.
All three of us in a room.
Together.
Yep.
Together.
All three members of the Office Blokes in a room together.
See where this is going.
I'm not saying anything. Nothing at all. So, believe it or not, we've got a Patreon page, which Office Bloke Mike has been dying to tell you about for months. But also, that segues into the fact that this is a Patreon request.
It is, yeah.
Doesn't it, Mike?
Absolutely, yeah. Well, like Feed the British.
So Mike's going to tell you about our...
Yeah, shut up then. You can go to patreon.com and put in Office Blokes React.
Even I didn't get that. Did you?
No.
.com. You know, I heard.
You know exactly what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
Go to patreon.com, put in Office Blokes React. If you want to become a patron, like loads of people have done, like Feed the British has done, for just £1.50 is the cheapest tier. Why don't you do that? Go and check it out. It's great.
Yeah. Patreon's not your thing. You could become a channel member if you feel that way inclined. Tiers start at £1.99 now, though, because there is no £1.50 tier, unfortunately.
Yeah, shame that, isn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, right, this is a Patreon request.
It is indeed. Yeah, for Feed the British. This is the deadliest job in America. Snake milker.
That was
Snake milker.
That's what I was going to call my band years ago, Snake Milker, but it would have attracted the wrong crowd.
What does snake stomper mean? What does that mean, stomper? Like a snake stomper. So he just stands on snakes.
Yeah. It's not about the actual animal.
Self-explanatory, really, isn't it, I suppose?
Yeah. It's about what?
It's about snaky people. It's not about the animal.
Oh, right.
Snakes.
It's not about, right.
Yeah, I don't
okay.
mind snakes.
You're just a snake milker. What even is a snake milker? I don't even know what this job is.
I don't know. I don't know how you try and get milk out of a snake.
How'd you go like on Indeed and fucking, I'm going to be a snake milker.
I know, yeah. It's weird, eh?
Yeah.
It's a well-watched video anyway, I must admit, so...
Oh, with a title like that, you're going to watch it, aren't you?
It's intriguing, isn't it, to say the least?
Yeah.
So
let's get into it and find out what a snake milker is. The deadliest job in America, snake milker.
Is it the venom?
I think I just went to the bathroom
Might
in
be
my
right
pants
there.
a little bit. Holy cow, look at the size of that snake. Wow. Most dangerous job in the United States right here, folks. Wow, that is a very, very strong snake.
Ah.
Whoa!
Stay wild.
When it comes to creatures that humans are afraid of, I always say there's the three big S's. Sharks, spiders, and snakes. You're very unlikely to be attacked or bitten by these animals. Yet unfortunate accidental encounters do happen. And in a worst case scenario, a single bite could put your life on the line. Today we are visiting the Reptile Discovery Center, located in DeLand, Florida. Owned and operated by Carl Barden, this serpentarium is home to dozens of the world's most dangerous snakes.
Fuck, it looks like Rolf Harris. Doesn't he? Like a young Rolf.
unfortunately for him, yeah.
No, this is a bit over-dramatised, that, I think, you know, the way you're throwing that snake around, but I wouldn't fucking touch a snake.
I'm not keen on them either. They're a bit, I don't know, it's just look a bit too unpredictable for me.
I don't think a snake itself would bother me in any way, shape or form, but like one that'll bite you or a deadly one, I've got no, keep away.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Playing
self-explanatory.
golf once, and someone, you got a snake between your legs.
Oh.
Joking, I know. Joking, I'm like, yeah, and I looked down like that. I was teeing up and fucking looked down like a fucking snake.
Yeah.
Some fucking golf club and fucking launched it.
We saw one when I was a
Went
kid.
further in your ball.
Yeah. When I was a kid, my mum almost stood on a brown adder in Cornwall, and it just kind of went up and hissed at her. And I think they're poisonous. But
Not sure.
But you get them in this country. They're just not very common.
Yeah, you do get adders, don't you? I think grass snakes, I think we have, don't we? But that's pretty much it, I think, over here.
I think they're worms, mate.
Yeah. It's mostly trouser snakes, isn't it?
Oh, where we go. Didn't take long, did it? Hey, first segue, and there we go.
Many of which are on display to educate the public. This location is also a med toxin venom laboratory, and it's the dangerous work going on behind the scenes that is saving human lives.
Ooh, venomous reptiles. Good morning, Carl.
Coyote, how you doing? Welcome.
Good. How
Thank
are
you for
you?
coming.
Mara?
Morning, Coyote. Welcome.
Thank you guys so much for having me. This looks like the ultimate snake milking setup. This process is incredibly important. You guys are milking these snakes for the creation of antivenom. So tell us a little bit about this process. And I would classify this as arguably the most dangerous job in the United States at this point.
But we never see it that way. We always think it's pretty well practiced. We do it so frequently. We handle 50 to 100 snakes a day, typically 4 or 5 days a week. And probably most importantly, a number of these venoms are produced for the antivenoms, both here in North America and around the world.
So let me just repeat that real quick. You said between 50 and 100 snakes a day. Have you ever been bitten in the process of milking snakes? Because accidents do happen.
We have about 500,000 venom extractions now, and every once in a while, right, he zigs and you zag and the whole thing goes bad. So I've had 11 snake bites in the last 27 years. Only 9 of those resulted in envenomation and actual hospital stays. We had 2 of those bites were dry. But then you'll see the work here at the table is close work, but it's really rehearsed and it's done very carefully and methodically. And so we like to think it can be done very safely.
Apart from the 11 times that I got bit.
Not a scientist in any way, shape, or form, as I'm sure people can tell by now. You'd think that once they've extracted the venom enough times to create some sort of anti-venom, that they could synthesize it and make some sort of...
Right.
You wouldn't need to keep milking snakes over and over again to make anti-venom.
Clearly they do, though.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but you'd think they would have created something that didn't involve that.
It's probably down to money, isn't it? And, investment into it. It probably costs a lot of money to, create something that's sort of like exactly the same, but
I think they're creating something with this venom, so they're still doing some sort of process, aren't they?
Yeah, but it's direct from the venom, though, isn't it? You talk about creating something,
creating anti-venom from the venom. Yeah,
right. Like replicating it.
Yeah,
yeah.
You don't need it straight out of the pipe necessarily.
Yeah.
Why don't they do that with semen then?
What kind?
Huh? The ones that go to sea.
I thought that's what you were talking about.
It'd be the same, wouldn't it?
I don't know. I've got no idea.
So the first snake that we're going to get out from this, you see there's these enclosures behind me. Now, let me ask you this question real quick. How many snakes total do you guys have on?
We've got about 1,000 on site right now, about 500 on the venom line.
Okay. The first snake that we're going to take a look at is the southern copperhead. And, oh, wow.
That looks
Oh, my gosh. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's a big example of a southern.
I was going to say.
This is about the northern size. I mean, this is about as big as these guys get. And she's really a perfect example. That's a big copperhead.
I was going to say, I've seen my fair share of copperheads. This is without question the biggest one I've ever.
Biggest copperhead I've ever seen is Dave. Couldn't resist. You knew that was coming in.
Yeah, I was waiting for it.
I let it lie a little bit.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm going to pivot out, Mara, and let you get into position, and we are going to begin the milking process. Copperhead. Now, where would you rank the toxicity of the copperhead's venom as compared to a cottonmouth or a diamondback, right? So this is not necessarily a bite that's going to kill you.
Typically, no. Copperhead venoms are not seen as especially toxic. Copperhead venom is extremely hemolytic, so hemorrhage and destroys blood cells and this kind of thing. And that's a lot of copperhead venom, something like 50 milligrams in a shot, perhaps a little bit more for her. And probably takes well over 100 milligrams of copperhead venom to actually kill somebody. So it's just not typically a lethal dose that you get in a bite. She's beautiful. If you want to touch her, it's just a spectacular snake.
Should go right.
Yeah.
In every regard. And we always think that color, that pattern is just unmatched.
Amazing. I mean, that venom yield right there, you can just hear the power of those fangs going into
they
the little
bite,
plastic
a very
covering there.
decisive bite, a rapid bite. And so, it's an easy snake. You can see why copperheads bite more people in the eastern United States than anything.
Yep. Wow.
All right, we'll bring her back, put her away.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Good job.
And that's just our first snake.
You're ready.
All right, this is it. I'm going to assist in the milking of a water moccasin. As soon as I give Carl the go-ahead, the snake is coming out, and then it's up to me to make sure that we get a good, soft body
Where is it?
crack so that
You're not in
Carl's
here.
bitten in the process of what this is. All right, Carl, are you set? Okay, here we go. Bring out the viper.
All right, again, kind of an average-sized snake.
Sort of thing you say at bedtime in the bedroom.
This is my favourite chop line, that.
I think you've got that wrong, because who are you saying?
I'm coming in.
You're the one saying bring out the viper, though, so who are you saying it to, Mike?
whoever's there with him.
Whoever's there getting the viper out.
No, I know he's bringing it out. Yeah. Imagine Mike at Checkers.
Exactly.
condition. And this is really typical of our local cottonmouth. This guy's a Volusia County snake. She was caught right here as a baby. These guys are really prolific or common in some of the forests surrounding DeLand.
So even there, I wouldn't trust it. I think it could, if
same.
it's struck and everything, because they can do it for quite a distance, I think, some of them, can't they? I mean, obviously, this guy knows what he's doing, but...
but he stood
trust him.
far away, isn't he? Looking.
Yeah, it's a bit too close for my liking still.
Steve Irwin knew what he was doing.
Well, he obviously didn't.
Well, yeah.
No, he did it for decades, didn't he? But it's like that one time where something goes wrong and you're brown bread.
Absolutely, yeah. Dangerous things, aren't they?
All right, let's go. We'll bring this guy in. I'm going to do the same kind of sweep here. Come on in with your press. Good,
Squashes
beautiful. You got her. You're excellent. I've got her. You can pick her up. You're safe. Good. Put your press down. Get a hold of that body. Excellent, Coyote.
Make sure your hands covering that vent or you're going to get...
Oh, gonna get musked on? Okay.
Really good. Really good. Let's see if she'll give us a shot here. There she goes.
Yeah, look at that. You can feel the power in the whole body when they bite down like that. Oh, yeah.
There she goes
Holy
again.
mackerel.
Nice, good. Perfect. All right, we're going to return her to her cage.
Okay.
You got her. Excellent, Coyote.
Oh, my hands are
Beautiful
shaking.
job.
You did it!
That,
Really good.
I was hands-on with the snakes in Australia when we milked those species, but didn't necessarily have that pressure of having to gently pin down the body. But anytime you're that close to one of these animals, I mean, even a slight margin of error can go catastrophically wrong. And from the venom yield that you see that came out of that snake, just unbelievable. It's just one bite from one of these snakes. So
Coyote, that was excellent.
I feel all that adrenaline rushing through me. That's one snake, and I wasn't even holding the snake by the head. So I can only imagine you doing this for a couple hours at a time, snake after snake after snake. And if you thought the water moccasin was impressive, now we're gonna bring out the eastern diamondback, which arguably is the most dangerous pit viper in the United States based on venom yield. I have a feeling that this is going to be intense. Wow, that is a big eastern diamondback. I think I just went to the bathroom in my pants a little bit. Holy cow, look at the size of that snake. Wow. That might be the biggest eastern diamondback I have ever seen.
Do you think the people at work there are going, you're fucking hammering it up a bit?
Yeah, sure up.
Pipe down.
They do it all day, every day, and it's just all calm all the time.
Yeah. I can imagine if you're doing it 50 to 100 times a day and he's doing it like that every time.
So, now one of the key elements
Don't
of...
get any closer than you are right now.
Okay, yeah, no, I see. She's, you know, I'm just gonna go like this and talk over to the side like this, just in case. You see she's in that classic S-strike pose. Now, what makes these snakes so dynamic is that heat-sensing pit on the front of their faces, right? So right now she's looking at me, she sees a heat signature that's definitely too big to be a prey item, which means I am likely a predator. I'm a threat at this moment. And like Carl said, I don't want to get any closer because as you can see, they strike incredibly fast. And that strike happens so quick, if you're bitten by a snake of this size, it has the potential to kill you without question.
No question about it. Right, an eastern diamondback, a bite from an adult eastern diamondback rattlesnake is a potentially fatal snake bite. There's no question.
Now, when it comes to eastern diamondback versus western diamondback, which one do you think is more dangerous, Carl? You can see she's getting agitated
I think
now,
both
right?
of those, I'm just going to shift her on the table a little bit. I think both of those snakes are probably equally dangerous. Eastern diamondback venom is probably just the slightest bit more toxic, but just a little bit. And quantity-wise and size-wise, both of those guys are very serious rattlesnakes.
well aggressive.
So I think you're probably an equal on dangerous. Everybody good? I'm going to go ahead and catch him.
Yeah, it's time. All right, here we go, guys. We're going to do the...
I'm going to shift. I've got to shift him. Hold on, baby. Yep.
Take just a step back here.
No pressure yet.
The most dangerous job in the United States right here, folks.
There's a little now to keep him on the table.
I'm going to shift him a little bit. Yep.
Carl, you're unbelievable. The focus that it takes, guys, to perform what this is.
Shut up, man.
You're good. Easy.
Okay. All right, I got the backside. Wow, that is a very, very strong snake. Unbelievable muscular power without the body. Okay, you guys good?
Whoa.
That was a serious venom yield right there. My goodness.
And that's really what makes the eastern diamondback so potentially dangerous, is that capability to really pile it out when they need to.
Look at those fangs. Oh, and I actually see it's got a double set of fangs, which means it's getting ready to shut out one of those fangs, right?
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, look at that. All right, guys, zoom in as best you can to get a shot of those fangs. You can see the hooked nature. If you're bitten by one of these snakes, it's going to be a very, very bad day. A bite from this viper will definitely kill you if you do not receive anti-venom treatment. Okay, is it okay to let go of the tail?
Good.
Wow,
Go
look at that
back.
rattle. Okay,
Very
going
good,
back in.
Coyote. Excellent.
That was intense. I mean, just being able to control a snake of that size on a table like that is,
Nope.
is a
I
challenge.
tell you what.
Wow, Carl, that was impressive, my
job.
friend.
Great
Holy
job.
mackerel. It's important to note that this venom will go into the creation of anti-venom, which eventually will save lives. So the work that Carl and Mara are doing here on a daily basis is saving anybody who accidentally comes upon one of these snakes and is bitten. Carl, I'm going to give you a very dangerous
Thank you, sir.
handshake to say thank you for having us behind the scenes
Nail
at
it.
the lab here today to milk snakes. This was unbelievable. I'm sure one venom-searing question that you all have is, what exactly happens when snake venom enters into the human body and reacts with its blood? Stay tuned, guys, because that episode is coming up next.
What?
I'm Coyote Peterson. Be brave. Stay wild. We'll see you on the next adventure. All right, Carl, I'm going to hand this off to you so that I don't drop it. That was crazy. Amazing job. Oh my gosh, I'm so stoked.
Being bitten by an animal is one of the worst experiences most people can imagine. Yet no matter how careful you are, accidents can and do happen every year. In the United States, it is accurate to say that Carl and Mara are literally putting their own lives at risk to ensure that anyone who is bitten by a venomous snake has a fighting chance for survival. If you would like to visit the Reptile Discovery Center or learn more about their med toxin venom laboratories, make sure to visit the website and schedule your chance to see these snakes in action. Hey Coyote Pack, if you can't wait for the thrilling conclusion where we see how human blood matches up against pit viper venom, you can join memberships right now and see the episode before anyone else.
That's so sketchy.
Imagine if anyone broke into that place.
These
drawers. What shit?
Yeah, you won't last very long, would you? Yeah, what a job that is.
Yeah, fair play to them for doing what they do. But
Yeah.
you just there must be a better way.
Imagine we don't have anything like that over here because we don't have that many snakes. do
You
we?
wouldn't have thought so, would you? Certainly wouldn't have a vast facility or anything, would we, for it? But yeah, what a job, eh? What a job.
The
Don't
biggest
fancy it at
snake
all.
we have over here is just left office.
Ooh.
And been replaced by
Yeah.
Smaller snake,
That's another one.
yeah, it's just
slimier one.
that's so sketchy though. It really is. Just yeah. You'd think they'd be wearing protective equipment.
That's what I
and
thought. The
stuff,
first
and
thing I
it's
thought,
just
a bit more to
suit
it.
of armour or something like that.
Yeah, I thought you'd have a bit more to
Kevlar
it,
or something, or
Some kind of like massive glove.
yeah, it didn't matter if they sort of like bit you or anything, so you could
You
just
couldn't
do it.
penetrate. Yeah.
But oh man, yeah, I wouldn't fancy that at all. I mean, like I said, I'm not overly keen on snakes anyway, but you know, I mean, you've got to be really on it there, haven't you? You've got to be concentrating 100%, really, haven't you? Every time.
I'm indifferent towards snakes. They're kind of like I don't really care about them.
Yeah.
I've known people with them as pets, and it's like they
Why?
just seem really boring. And you know, I don't get it. I don't understand
Take
it.
me snake for a walk. They don't walk though, do they?
No, slither.
Slither.
Yeah, slither.
Yeah.
But on that being said, I've not got anything against snakes. They're just a non-thing to me. We
Yeah.
don't think about them in this country, do we? Really?
No.
True, yeah. I mean, we're really same over here. Right, some people have them as pets, don't they? I've never seen one as a pet, but you see them in a zoo or something like that. I suppose that's pretty much
get them
it
in a
over
zoo?
here. You get
Yeah.
snakes in zoos, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they have reptile.
They've always got a
sections,
reptile
don't they?
house, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I don't go to the zoo.
No,
That's
I know.
why you don't go
Curled
to the
up,
zoo.
fucking load of shit in a corner.
I know, yeah. But yeah, not for me. That definitely not for me.
No.
It's just like swimming in the sea for me. It's a non-starter.
I spent loads of time on holiday the other week swimming in the sea, and one day there was loads of jellyfish. They were only this sort of size.
Yeah.
Tentacles were like that sort of length. They weren't that big. And like my bro dived into a wave just as a jellyfish was there,
man.
right in the face, but didn't do anything. And he was swimming, and he went like that, and he had one in his hand. He literally somehow, swimming.
Do they all sting you, jellyfish?
Well-
That's what I've always been under the impression that all jellyfish can give you a bit of a belt.
My bro he came into contact properly, I think 4 or 5 times in one day, whether it be picking one up while he's swimming by mistake, there was
Yeah.
one on his foot. and he didn't get stung.
Did you have to piss on him?
I did that anyway.
Yeah, but the sea,
Hang back. Release a snake.
the sea don't bother me though. I don't understand that with you.
That's another reason I don't like it. Jellyfish and stuff. I see them on the beach and they'll absolutely gross.
One of the reasons I don't go in the sea as well is I saw him pumping all that sewage out.
Oh well, it
What was
doesn't
that
help,
about?
does it?
Fucking
It doesn't help.
Swimming with a fucking turd.
Hey.
No thanks.
There's something like 12,000 instances of sewage being put into waterways a day in the UK.
Really?
It's some
Wow.
ridiculous stat where there's some sort of loophole where if something's overflowing or something's happening, they can release some into waterways, and it's thousands of times every day. So it's not. It's
sounds
not
like
just,
a load of shit.
Yeah, it is. So it's not just the sea; it's rivers, lakes. It's like
I don't go in them either.
Nah, stay clear.
Pool's about as furthest I'll go.
Yeah, that'll do.
In the shallow end.
Shallow, you know where you are.
armbands on.
Absolutely.
You can see your feet. You can see things around you. It's safe.
That purple ink coming around.
Oh man,
nice.
But yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget like and subscribe, please, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.